see what you've got.
Take this!
Can't get out of this!
Double Demon Fang!
All of us together!
Resonate with the
Go
earth!
for the weak point!
Double Demon Fang!
I can carve through armor! Bloody hell!
Expert, coming through!
Double Demon Fang!
Not on my watch! Gemini Aqua!
Flame inside me, yours to be rent-free!
Mega Ray!
Double Demon Fang!
Prepare to be
Tempest
healed!
Whirl! Nana? Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
Elusive deity!
Raging Cascade!
Demon armor is all mine! Eagle ray!
Let the marksman handle this! That'll bring you down!
Double Demon Fang!
Tempest Whirl!
Shine! Radiant light! Regeneration!
Double Demon Fang!
Lightning Condemned!
Let us take to the fray! Armor won't save us!
Illuminate the lunar corruption! Holy
might be
quiver!
black and
Holy
gray.
light!
Double Demon Fang!
Sear flame! Reload! A wailing
Now,
Vancean
while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Who are you human?
To stop me dying?
Take this!
Radiant
Double Demon Fang!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it!
Do it! Dueling! In an instant! Impact Block!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
What are those? They look like Shion's thorns, and with flowers too.
Not real ones, though. They're just like that flower growing out of Rena.
We must be getting close to the Great Spirit now.
Hey, Rinwell, what was that thing you said about how a little bit of Dana's Great Spirit is inside all of us?
Right. That's why Dana's Great Spirit is so much more diluted. Weak, even. Whether it was a choice so it didn't overpower others, or just the way it is anyone's guess.
If that's true, then wouldn't it mean Dana's will could never form under natural conditions?
Yeah, sounds like that's probably the case.
So if Dana exists within all of us, then what if something occurred that brought everyone's hearts and minds together as one? That unity could potentially act as Dana's will.
You mean if everybody was, like, thinking the exact same thing at the exact same time? Come on, there's no way we could pull that off.
I know it's a long shot, but it might work.
Let's assume that's even possible for a second. Would it even be enough to fight back against Rena's Great Spirit?
If nothing else, it might be an option if we can't use the Renasalma.
Things are different here than on the
So here's a question. We came all this way to Rena on the assumption the Renasalma's here, right?
Don't say it, Law.
Yeah, but I'm just saying...
I said don't.
I can understand why you might be concerned, Law. But you need to remember that there are people it affects more directly than you.
Oh, sorry.
We've managed to make it this far believing. Losing faith now won't do us any good. We're better off focusing our anxiety elsewhere.
Such as?
The Great Spirit. If Hevrect 35's to be believed, our enemy won't just be handing over the Renas Alma to us. At least, not without a fight.
Not only that, but that same enemy just gulped down more than an entire world's worth of astral energy.
Point taken. It may be strange to say, but when I'm fighting, or at least know what needs to be done, it helps me a lot. I don't doubt myself as much. So thanks, both of you. The floor's on the ceiling and the ceiling's on the floor. This whole thing's making my head spin. Why would they even do something like this?
The Helganquil can bend life forms to suit their will. Nothing they could do at this point would surprise me.
The ceiling is on the floor. That doesn't weird you out?
What good is a team made up of members who all share the same opinions on everything? And besides, when you get to be at my ripe old age, one begins to consider it quite uncouth to show one's true emotions at times.
Oh, come on, Grandpa. You can't be that old.
The sands of time wait for none of us, lad.
Yeah, we'll see. Though at this rate, I guess I'll have to live long enough to get as old as you first, huh?
You will. And when the time comes, I look forward to hearing you change your tune on the matter.
This might be some... decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
No choice. The flame inside me yearns to be let free.
Rending you apart.
Don't mind if I do.
Bloody double demon fang!
Burning
Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal.
Let's go! Freeze Lancer! Feel
Got fire.
I've got this! Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
There you go, Alvin!
It's time to end this battle.
I'm right beside you!
Damn!
Leave the enemy's arts to me!
No complaints here.
Now! Get toasty!
Bird strike!
My turn. Everlasting darkness.
Between heaven and earth!
Rising
There
Falcon!
is hell wailing
Double demon fang!
Bloody
I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
The
Why the
waters will
flame
create
inside me
victory.
yearns to be let free.
Double
I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
We can really make weapons with it? Yes.
A little help!
Double demon fang!
In a vine?
Here I come!
Maelstrom! Careful! Remember the petty camouflage! Lunar blast! I'm all stocked up! This one's mine! Illuminate the
Double
dark!
demon fang!
Only left!
I owe you one. Double demon fang! Not today!
Resonate
with the earth!
Radiant
Take this!
Stalagmite!
No escape!
Dead water!
Double demon fang!
on your knees. Her armor won't save you. Air pressure.
Double demon fang!
This'll come in handy.
Elusive deity.
Radiant
Double demon fang! Try harder!
Can't get out of this.
Searing flame! Reload!
I'll stop it, charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Try harder! Double demon fang!
On your knees.
Air thrust! A whirling struggle!
Air pressure.
Winds of heaven! Burst forth!
I could do without this pain. Try harder!
Anything in armor is all mine.
Double demon fang!
Amazing.
Now you see what I can do.
Now!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops.
Like we're gonna lose to Small Fry.
weather!
Where are you going? They may look cute and stuff, but they're vicious. The flames will roll.
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly. In here. Don't mind if I do. There's flame. All stopped up. Mega ray. Reveal. Gemini Alpha.
Elusive deity!
Denied. Dance to the wind. Air thrust. Now it looks like you guys are here.
Double demon fang!
Ready and ready!
Lunar corruption.
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
I'll heal my weary. Recover, raging storm. Water, here's your cell.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Good!
Can't get out of
Leave it to you!
Here's a healing art. First aid.
Death shall not be forgotten.
Let the marksman handle this.
Burn!
Elusive deity!
Victory is within reach.
Dig deep, and we can do this.
Cut this further than once.
Where are you going? Photon, here goes! Far enough! More where that came from!
Double demon fang!
Elusive flame of fury! Thunder field! Radiant water! Here I call! Update waterfall! In here! Here's the evil! Let's
I
get
have
more
no
pulse away.
limits!
Breathe lantern!
Double demon fang!
All mine! Heal my weary companion!
Whoa! Hey! Mega ray!
Double demon fang!
Mega ray! Gemini Aqua! In here! Annihilation!
Take this!
Let's get you all tucked away!
Double demon fang!
Thunder Fusion!
Double demon!
My astral energy!
Being interrupted.
Into the channel!
Resonate with the earth!
Double demon fang!
Rending you apart!
Droplet!
Bloody howling!
Double demon fang!
Rending you apart!
Far enough!
Double kill! It's on! Double demon fang!
Let me show you!
You picked the wrong fight!
Handle this!
Double
I
demon fang!
never miss!
Shine! Radiant light! Force of
Double
regeneration!
demon fang!
Regenerate!
I owe you one!
Not in your dreams!
Double demon fang!
Radiant light! Heal force! Lunar corruption!
Try
All
harder!
disasters made
Double kill!
the helix of fury!
Try harder!
Here's a healing art!
Can't get out of this!
Double demon fang! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Heaven!
Burn!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my
Double
healing
demon
art.
fang!
In here!
Excellent technique. Such unadulterated fury.
Here I come!
Ready and ready!
Armor won't save you!
Let's go!
Try harder!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Double demon fang!
Nothing gets
Denied! Double demon fang!
Stand from the wind!
Take this! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Do it!
Live up!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Do it! Done!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's... In a bright and shiny mood.
run you down. It's a duel of the arts.
No further!
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
I'm ready!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Tear! Okay, here I go!
Take this!
Winds of heaven.
Now I see what I can do!
Annihilate. Now, astral energy. Full throttle. A flawless victory. Naturally.
Rising focus! Ignite!
Victory is within reach.
Dig deep so we can do this.
Impressive fervor, little one.
Ready to go. Where are you going? Winds of heaven.
Double Demon Fang! My turn!
Now.
We can really make weapons with this?
Let's dispose of the trash.
Come and face me!
I can shatter any steel! Ready up!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
I'm ready!
Astral energy, full throttle! A flawless victory. Naturally.
Bloody howling! Take this!
Dance to the wind! Air thrust! A whirling struggle. Glacier spear. Winds of heaven. First force.
Bloody
Sweep now. Where are you going? Now.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
A whirling struggle.
Double Demon Fang!
Winds of heaven. First force.
Eat dirt!
Lunar corruption. Do it. Astral energy.
Say no more! Not a chance!
Reinforcements.
Double Demon Fang!
I'll smash you!
Lunar corruption. Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alvin.
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you.
Spear!
Lunar flight.
Rising
Celestial
Focus!
now. Astral energy.
Say no more! Not anymore, Zuko!
Keep calm and take them down.
This one's all mine!
Dance now.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
My turn!
Really take this!
We turn the tables on him!
There are still more left.
Right! No time to hold back! More catapult! Rising
Show
Focus!
you what my art can do.
Double Demon!
This one's mine.
Take it! I'm ready!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Do it. Astral energy.
Say no more! My turn!
Rise and shine.
I've been doing really great lately.
Double Demon Fang!
Came between heaven and earth. Not in your dreams.
Bloody howling! Airborne beast! My save you!
Sealed. Now.
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Raging storm.
I'll take you all on! We turn the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
Astral energy.
Say no more.
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a...
Wow. You've got to be lucky to find this stuff.
Indeed. I can tell it's quite the find.
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Can't get out of this! Try harder!
Freeze
Double
Laser!
deep!
Those flying fingers are a real pain in the butt! So let's go!
Demon Fang!
Ice Vision!
Exploit the enemy's weakness!
Armor won't save you!
Double Demon Fang!
Blast! Back into the fray!
Execution!
Annihilation! Lightning! Downfall! Burning Strike! Lightning Control Spear! Here's evil!
I'm not done! Double Demon Fang!
It's weakened! Astral Energy!
This ends now!
In a bind?
Double Demon Fang!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Eat dirt!
Bleach out!
Double Demon Fang!
Double
Demon Fang!
Here, let me help!
Negative gate!
Stalagmite! Burning Strike! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Air Thrust! Freeze Laser!
Take this!
I'm ready! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Lost!
Damn it! Double Demon Fang!
Water! Hear my call!
Soaring Blast! It's go time! Tornado Blast!
Arcane Waterfall!
Burn!
Burning Steel!
Exploit the enemy's weakness!
See what I can do?
No further!
Photon Freeze Laser! Alright!
Double Demon Fang!
Illuminate the soul!
Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Between heaven and earth!
Now I can let loose! Double Demon
Wailing
Fang!
Gust the Lightning! You'll soon see about
Double
that!
Demon Fang! Try harder!
Confiscated!
Hold nothing back!
Reload!
This really is mine! Burn in hell!
Eat dirt! Lightning!
Double Demon Fang!
The water's up! This one's mine! Dance, and there you go! Don't
In a
let up!
bind?
All disasters day one! Come forth! Got it!
I'll smash you!
Never chance!
Double Demon Fang!
Here's
On the
evil!
wing! Take this!
Freeze Laser!
Denied! Double Demon Blade!
Here's a
Ignite!
healing art! My Ascend!
Double Demon Fang!
Air Thrust!
Rending you
Photon
apart!
Illuminate the dark! By the power of the Holy Land!
I'm not done!
Into the shadows!
Air pressure!
Magnet!
Take this!
Lighthouse of
Escape!
Raging This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Elton!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
In a bind?
Holy glimmer!
Double demon fang!
Holy land! Do it! Chain between heaven. Get toasty!
Burn strike! Everyone's still in one piece?
The Zoogles here are putting up a real fight.
That just goes to show how important this place is.
Or perhaps they simply thrived freely here under such harsh conditions.
The astral energy here is so dense. It's like trying to walk through water.
I know the Great Spirit's will is in the center of Rena, but with the world in this state, the entire planet has become its body, right? So doesn't that mean we're already inside it?
I would say that is horrifyingly correct. After all, the further we climb, the denser the astral energy becomes.
What's the matter, Rinwell? Are you not feeling all right?
No, it's nothing like that. It just feels like the energy here is a little more intense than it was before.
You mean Rena's energy?
Yeah, it's like when I made contact with Dana's will in the wedge. It's almost as though I can understand what Rena's will is thinking.
But Rena's will is supposed to be a lot stronger. Aren't we risking the Great Spirit controlling us if we interact with it directly?
I don't think we have to worry about that. Rena's will is only supposed to control true Renans, like the Helganquil. If we can discern what the Great Spirit is thinking too, we might learn something, a weakness. But just to be safe, let me contact it alone.
Are you insane? Rinwell, you're gonna...
Rinwell!
There was only meant to be one world. And your goal is to make them one. Is this fear? What just happened?
Are you all right? Rinwell? Rinwell, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I think.
What were you thinking? You could have gotten yourself killed!
He's right. You had us all terrified, Rinwell.
I'm sorry. I really am. But I know now. I know how the Great Spirit thinks. I know what it wants, how it feels. Rena's Great Spirit wants to complete the world.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying it's trying to make something?
Yes, exactly. Originally, Dana and Rena were meant to be one world. But that never happened. They've stayed separated, and the Great Spirit wants to finish the process.
What do you mean, one world? How is that even possible?
I don't know, but its will is clear. That's what the Great Spirit is trying to accomplish. The only problem is that since Rena's energy isn't evenly spread like Dana's, it seems like it'll vanish before that happens naturally.
So it's trying to absorb Dana while it still can, so that it can force the two planets to unite. Is that what you're saying?
The Great Spirit is scared. But it's not scared the way a rational person would be. It's more raw and undiluted, like just pure fear.
Like an animal, acting out of instinct. Although admittedly, an animal would be easier to communicate with. At the very least, I have my doubts that it recognizes us as sentient beings with a reason for coming here. Earth, water, fire, and wind energy exist in both worlds, but only darkness and light can be found within Rena and Dana, respectively. The Renus Alma, as far as we know, the only host capable of harvesting the astral energy, is composed of all 6. Knowing all that, Rinwell's findings do sound plausible.
That sounds a lot like Shion's thorns, doesn't it? The whole reason the Great Spirit is trying to unite Dana and Rena into one world is in order to save itself. And if her thorns are part of the Great Spirit, then they must also be trying to save themselves?
Alphen, what is it?
We thought the only way to free your thorns was for you to die. Yet despite that, they seem to be doing everything in their power to stop that from happening to you. Something wasn't adding up. But then I just realized something. If the Great Spirit doesn't want to die, then neither would your thorns. Those same emotions, that fear, that determination, and its energy must have been the same thing that was keeping you alive. You were its vessel.
In that case, is that why her thorns caused so much pain to anyone who touched her? Because they were trying to protect themselves?
If that's all true, then... well, it's more than a little ironic.
The Great Spirit merely expresses its desires. I imagine it was the Helganquil who were likely tasked with putting together and implementing an actual plan.
Shion.
I'm okay. We need to hurry and clean this mess up before it gets out of hand.
Still, even if the current state of the world is wrong like you said, does that really make everything okay?
If the world had been whole from the start, as it should have been, there'd be no Dana and no Rena, no masters or slaves, no lords, no crown contest, maybe just peace.
To think, all this started because of the Great Spirit's desire to keep living. The only reason it craves energy is because it's dying from starvation. When you think about it like that, maybe the things it's done aren't so strange after all.
If Rena had been more like Dana, things would have worked out a whole lot better.
It's like Hevrecht 35 told us. The Danan and Renan spirits are meant to be completely different beings.
Rena's energy amassing in one place led to its developing a powerful will. But that also made it crave energy, sapping Rena dry until it perished.
Whereas Dana's energy is dispersed, meaning its will never developed to the same extent. And without that hunger, Dana the planet was spared.
As for which is correct, well, I'm not sure it's our place to even say. Still, I can't help but think it reminds me a lot of the dichotomy of the human condition.
Dichotomy? What do you mean?
Those who know not satisfaction are driven to keep devouring without limit. But those who are content with their lot in life rarely fulfill their potential. I imagine it's likely that the larger Rena's Great Spirit grew, the more and more powerful its hunger also became.
Everything in moderation. When all's said and done, maybe that's the hardest thing for people to learn.
Coming through! Double Demon Fang! Begin! Inductive! Double Demon Fang!
Shoot them out of the sky!
Double Demon Fang!
Grind and rend!
Fluidity of them exploit the enemy's weakness.
Ready to go! Will this help?
Double demon fang!
I can carve through armor!
Hydration orb! Healing circle! Illuminate the dark!
Hurricane Slap! Soaring left spear! Burn!
A chain between heaven and earth! Corruption!
Double demon fang!
No further!
Annihilation! Radiant pierce! This'll come in handy!
Denied!
Lightning contagion!
Double demon fang! Double demon
Here's a
fang!
healing arc! Got it!
I'll smash you!
Now's our chance!
Why'd you heal me?
To
stop you dying?
You got this one covered!
Double demon fang!
Reload! In here! Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike! Glacial spear! Here's the evil!
Double demon fang!
Gale force! Radiant pierce! I'm out of Washington! Purge malevolence!
Can't get out of this!
Radiant
Double
mercy!
demon
Here
fang!
goes! Let's get you all tucked away!
Begin!
Burning the water glacial spear! Here's evil! Tidal wave!
Shattering of pieces! Attack time!
This one's mine! In here!
Double demon fang!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart.
Wherever we go on this planet, there are machines littered everywhere.
It's impressive to look at as a bystander. But I sure wouldn't want to live here with all of this around.
I know what you mean. There are no... fish here. I couldn't cook...
Hi, Hoodle!
Double
Corruption!
Double demon fang!
Begin!
You picked the wrong fight!
it can hide itself?
Amazing! Double demon fang! Double demon fang!
Now see what I can do! Execution!
First aid!
Okay.
It looks like you got this one covered! Lunar
Double
corruption!
demon fang!
Can't get out of this!
Lunar blast! Let me show you what my art can do! Malevolence! Blah, 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 that's
Seismic rupture!
Field!
Elusive deity!
Get on in there with the others!
Dating pile driver!
Gemini off! Here goes!
Blinding shot!
Ready! Radiant pierce!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Good! I'll leave it to you!
Raging storm!
You picked the wrong fight!
Radiant
Double
pierce!
demon fang!
Razor cyclone!
Take this!
Into the shadows!
Can't get out of this! A thrilling performance.
This one's mine! Where are you going?
I'm ready! More! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I've been doing really great lately.
Hi, Hoodle!
Double demon fang!
Into the shadows!
Far enough!
Between heaven and earth! Radiant fire! This is the next week! Show you what my art
I can carve through armor!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Resurrection!
Elusive deity! Dating pile driver!
Chain between heaven and earth!
Negative
Double demon fang!
Lightning!
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara!
Ignite!
The waters of
Double demon fang!
lunar corruption! Dance immortal droplet! Power of water! Field! Hold on to your art! Here I come!
Bloody can't get out of this!
Photon flash! Up and in! Let's go!
Can you take it?
Searing flame!
Shattering of pieces! Attack time! Dance on the
It
way!
looks like you got this one covered!
Leave the orders to me!
Into the shadows! More resistance!
Double demon
I
fang!
never miss!
done for. Try harder. Double demon fang.
Take this! Can't get out of this!
Hear my call! Thunder Blade! Illuminate the
Double demon fang.
Captivity! Catapult! Shattering of pieces!
The waters of creation! Dance into the shadows!
Double demon fang.
Eagle
Double
Ray!
demon fang.
Purge the
Escape.
Smash you!
Double demon fang.
The enemy is going all out!
This one's all mine. Double demon fang. Not today.
Nothing gets by me!
Double demon fang. Try harder.
Don't mind if I do! I'll heal you all!
Double demon
I'm
fang.
ready! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
There you go, Alvin!
It's time to end this battle.
I'm right beside you!
There.
Healing circle! I never miss! Free
Double demon fang.
Deny the win! Searing flame! That's the waters of creation! I'll heal you all!
Double demon fang.
Immortal droplet!
It's time.
Healing circle!
Burn.
Tidal wave!
Reflect on
Double demon fang.
Sorry to trouble you.
What would I do now?
That helps.
Double demon fang.
Now you see what I can do!
Dance in the wind! Gemini Aqua! Light astral energy! Reload! Magic is there! Free dance in the wind!
Reflect on thy
Air through
fate.
lunar
They
corruption!
smite with blackened blade!
Power of water!
I'm ready!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
It was a close thing.
Let's see what
Double
you've got.
demon fang. Damn it.
Can't get out of this!
Waterfall!
Double demon fang.
All the power of my healing
Engulf you.
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
There you go, Alvin!
It's time to end this battle.
I'm right beside you!
Yours to be let free. Ignite. I'm ready.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Water,
Now.
hear my call!
Double demon fang. My turn.
Blading pile driver!
Here's evil!
I'm ready. Commander of Heavens.
Phoenix Cyclone!
Only the best materials in your gauntlets.
Gotta break through. Double demon.
I never miss!
Double demon
Not
fang.
in your dreams!
Seismic rupture.
Radiant, here! Water, hear my call! Burn up!
Now we're never...
Astral energy!
Can't get out of this!
Crystal Spear! All
demon
defenses
fang.
made one! Come forth for human security!
Not today.
Power of water!
Double demon fang.
Eagle Ray! Armor won't save you!
Annihilation!
Catapult!
A thrilling performance.
I'm not done.
Come forth the healing security!
Double demon fang. Double demon fang. Double demon fang. This one keeps charging us.
That's what my shield
Another
stands.
incantation
Get
ruined.
behind me!
Got it. I'll leave it to you. Double demon fang.
Now we're never... Take this!
Lightning condemned!
It's on. Burn.
Illuminate
Double
the
demon fang.
Hitting pile driver!
Lunar corruption! The chain between heaven and earth!
Shattering of
The
pieces!
wailing Dancy of lightning!
Heal my weary companion!
Annihilation!
Double river.
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
So those thorns of Shion's, they're really a part of Rena's great spirit?
Most likely. But only a small fragment of it in the big picture. I don't sense a will of its own emanating from them.
If it's that insignificant, is there that much point getting rid of it?
Let's dispose of the trash!
Close left! This one's mine!
Double demon fang.
Demon left!
Let me show you what my art can do.
This is looking good.
The flashing part's their weak point.
Inside me, yours to be let free.
Resurrection!
Double demon fang!
Take
this! Not today!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it. Armor won't save you.
Here I come! Try harder! Double demon fang! Double demon fang!
No dawn shall break this night.
I'll blind you with the dust! Double demon fang! Now let loose! This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight! Double demon fang!
I can do this all day. Mine.
Can't get out of
I don't even know the word defeat.
The fluidity of your movements is simply
Now,
incredible.
while it's reeling!
Take it down.
Double demon fang!
Here goes. Not in your dreams.
Force of regeneration!
It's on!
Regenerate!
Double demon fang!
Our art is being interrupted.
Do it.
Kizara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Not again! Soaring Leopard! Rising Spell! Double demon fang! Double demon fang!
Thank you for the healing,
Double
Gohan.
demon
Our
fang!
comrades need our abilities to survive.
Right. No one is dying on our world.
Double demon fang!
Can't get out of this!
I don't even know the word defeat. I hope this medicine works as well.
Armor won't save you! Far enough! Regenerate!
I owe you.
All mine! Burn! Double demon fang!
I never miss.
Double demon fang!
Bloody howling!
Double demon fang!
Pain between heaven and earth.
I've used too much.
Double demon fang!
I don't know what.
I don't even know. Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Double demon fang!
Tidal wave.
Double demon fang! It's on!
Shattering heaven and earth. A wailing dancy of lightning.
Freeze, ready to go.
Radiant pierce.
Double demon fang!
Lunar corruption.
Double demon fang!
Can't get out of this!
Raging
Double
cascade.
demon fang!
Shine. The water creates
Double demon fang!
dance immortal droplet into the shadows.
I can carve through armor! Far enough!
Tidal wave. Dance in the wind.
Double demon fang!
Radiant blood.
Double demon fang!
Amazing.
Double demon fang! You picked the wrong fight!
No more playing nice.
Negative gate!
Double demon fang!
Here are
Here I come!
Hear my call.
Double demon fang!
Spread. Shining supernova. Dance in the wind.
Do it!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Got it!
Well done.
Double demon fang!
Can't get out of this!
Big waterfall.
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Radiant pierce.
Take this!
Water energy.
Ignite!
Elusive deity!
Double demon fang!
Burning sun.
Benediction
Dance in the
light.
wind.
Your heart requires armor won't save you!
Radiant
Double
pierce.
demon fang!
This wall. Out of ammo. I'm all Celestial hammer. Ice prison.
Take this! Catapult!
Celestial hammer.
I can handle it!
Ice prison.
Far enough!
Razor cyclone.
It's too much.
Double demon fang!
Rise and shine.
This one's all
Do
mine!
it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case.
Zugal's in our way.
The sword-wielding Zugal?
And not just one, but four!
It thinks 2 extra hands is enough to beat me. It's sorely mistaken!
Let's just focus on what's important.
Double Demon Fang!
Here's another!
A thrilling performance.
Eat dirt!
That'll bring you down! Dance in the wind!
Double Demon Fang!
No challenge.
Don't mind if I do!
Eagle Ray!
Mega Ray! Gemini Aqua! Steel Force! Annihilation!
In a bind,
Here's a hero
Double
art!
Demon Fang!
Steel Force!
rending you apart.
Celestial!
Bloody
Ready to go! Gemini
Double
Aqua!
Demon
Make your
Fang!
escape. Heal my weary companion.
Eat dirt!
Allow me to help you.
Double Demon Fang!
Annihilation!
Heal my weary companion.
Ice Prison!
It's time. Take this.
Try harder!
Searing Flame! Far enough! Reload!
Double Shattering!
They're not playing around! Attack time!
Hitting pile driver. Soaring blast.
Try harder!
Amazing! Between heaven and earth!
Begin.
A wailing dancing
Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
There you go!
Double Demon
Don't
Fang!
let out! This one's mine! Water Astrolabe!
Bloody howling.
Now we're not. You picked the wrong fight!
Here I call!
Take this.
Burning Flame! Radiant Flood! Here!
Double Demon Fang!
Water! Here I my watch!
Double Demon Fang!
Do it! Supernova!
Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
Raging Cascade!
Now you see what I can do.
Reload!
Double Demon Fang!
Annihilation!
Double Demon Fang!
Handle it! Far enough!
Bloody hell.
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Can't get out of this.
Double Demon Fang! Ignite!
Take this. I can carve through armor. Hitting pile driver.
Double Demon Fang! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Guys, I'll leave it to you! Double Demon Fang!
That'll bring you down!
Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Standing form!
No further.
Double Demon Fang!
Here goes!
Reflect on that.
Don't mind if I do! Here's evil!
This one's all mine!
On the ground.
Double Demon Fang!
Thunderblade!
Ready to go.
Illuminate the dark! Come forth!
I'm almost impressed.
My brain's coming to me.
I said almost. Don't get carried away.
A wailing dancing flame!
No
Double
further.
Demon, you'll pay for that!
Lightning off! Raging
Double
They're not
Demon
playing
Fang!
around! Annihilation! Malevolent! Blah, blah, blah! In here! I'll bring you back from death you passed away!
Shattering the pieces. Attack time.
Try harder!
Here's the healing art!
First
aid!
Double Demon Fang!
Storm! Lunar Breath!
Double Demon Fang!
Lightning Defense!
Force of regeneration.
Illuminate the dark! Magic is lightning! Holy hail!
In your death,
Can't get out of then tonight's meal is on you.
Good
Bring you down! I'll bring you all!
Ignite!
Thunderblade! Illuminate the dark! Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Got rid of the swords.
Looks like I won after all!
Except it doesn't look like that thing's finished
Carve
yet!
through armor.
Not by a long shot!
Double Demon...
Air thrust! Radiant waters of peace!
Heal my weary companion.
Double Demon Fang!
Damn it! Tidal wave! Don't mind if I do!
Double Demon Fang!
The flame will roar!
No further.
Burning dark! Dance in the wind!
Double Demon Fang!
I'll grind you with that. Anything in armor is all mine.
On your knees. Okay, here I go. This one's all mine. Double Demon Fang!
Force
Burn!
of regeneration.
Illuminate the dark!
Regenerate.
Double Demon Fang!
Holy Land!
Allow me to help you.
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Searing tempest! And
Double Demon Fang!
Radiant storm! Annihilation! Celestial searing flame!
The earth throbs with pain.
Burning strike!
Double Demon Fang!
Pierce evil!
Double Demon Fang!
Regeneration.
Where are you going?
Denied.
Double Demon Fang!
Such unadulterated thrill.
Flame of fury!
Stalagmite.
Burning strike!
Evil prepared.
Double Demon Fang! Burn in hell!
Freeblazer!
Double Demon Fang!
Light! Resurrection!
Elusive deity.
Double Demon Fang!
Radiant Thunder Field!
Now or never.
Can't
Can't get out of this.
Flame of fury!
Double Demon Fang!
Can you take it? Elusive deity. I'll face you. Smash you.
Hear my call!
Double Demon Fang!
Pierce evil!
I'm ready.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Well, am I improving?
Tremendously. The speed and precision of your aim is simply unmatched.
I had no idea you were watching me so closely.